Hi there! So here is the Poco X2 and the Samsung M31. Both phones are as different as chalk and cheese, as in their build quality, the display, processor, the design, but both phones are priced around that 15,000-16,000, which is exactly why it would be perfect to compare them so that you can decide which one to buy. But before we dive in, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. Also follow me on my social media handles, you'll find the names right here. This is your friend Singh. Let's get started. Let's start with the build and design. The Poco X2 has a glass on the front and back protected with Gorilla Glass 5, and the frame on the sides is made of aluminium. The M31 has a plastic back and a plastic frame. The Poco X2 glass back looks so much more premium and the aluminium frame looks so much more sturdy. But because of that, the Poco X2 also gets heavier out of the two by about 18 grams, and trust me, it's negligible. The feel of the Poco X2 is far superior, and since it's glass, it also gets a lot more slippery, so having a case is advisable. The Poco X2 has a round ring gradient on the back of the camera and it looks amazing. The Poco X2 is a clear winner when it comes to the build and design. Looking at the button placements, and they're exactly the same. Volume and power on the right, USB-C port and 3.5 headphone jack at the bottom. The Poco X2 has an infrared sensor which the M31 lacks. Probably many don't use it, but I do. From using the TV to controlling the air conditioner. Don't think there is any other phone apart from Xiaomi that still retains the infrared sensor. Coming to the SIM card tray. The Poco X2 has a hybrid tray, so 2 nano SIM cards or 1 nano SIM card and 1 micro SD card, while the M31 can house 2 nano SIM cards and a dedicated micro SD card. The M31 is an easy winner. Samsung has a capacitive fingerprint scanner at the back, which is very easy to reach. We've been seeing this one from the past 2-3 years and it works well. The Poco X2 has a fingerprint scanner on the power button. Trust me, I'm loving it. I find it so much more natural when we use it compared to the one on the back. Both are equally fast, but I find the Poco X2 a little more responsive and a tad quicker. No winners here because this is very subjective. Some like it on the back, while some like it on the power button. This one is a tie. Coming to the camera design. The M31 borrows their design from their own flagship, the S20. While the Poco X2 has borrowed the design from the Redmi Note 8. Both cameras are raised and you can feel the bump. Both also have quad cameras. The design is very subjective, but I personally prefer the single line camera on the Poco X2. It just feels more aligned and better. But no winners here, camera design on both are good. Coming to the display, probably the biggest noticeable difference between the two. The Poco X2 has a 6.67-inch IPS display and the M31 has a 6.4-inch AMOLED display, and they both come with Full HD resolution. Clearly everyone would prefer the latter, primarily for its vibrant punchy colors. And yes, I agree, images look stunning on the M31, but with the IPS display you get much higher brightness and natural colors. Since the M31 has an AMOLED display, I would have loved to see the in-display fingerprint scanner, but sadly it doesn't. The M31 has a dot notch cutout on the top with one front camera, while the Poco has 2 punch holes on the top right. I'm not a fan of either, but if I had to pick, I prefer the dot notch to the cutout. Most buyers would like the cutout as the phone feels a lot more premium. Now for the biggie. The Poco X2 comes with the 120Hz display, while the M30 comes with 60Hz. For those who don't know, in simple terms, this one a phone display can refresh or change frames 120 times per second. It's buttery smooth. Once you use the 120Hz display, you're never going to go back to 60Hz. Hands down, the Poco X2 takes the cake. Moving further to performance. The Poco X2 is running the Snapdragon 730G CPU, while the M31 is running the Exynos 9611. Overall day-to-day tasks both run smoothly. It's only when it comes to loading games and multitasking, we see the M31 really struggle. It doesn't hang, but you can see the lag. The M31 also gets a lot hotter while high graphic gaming. In simple Antutu 3D tests, the Poco X2 smashed the M31 by miles. The M31 scored 1,92,000 and above, while the Poco X2 scored 2,74,000 and above. Wow! The Poco X2 was far more snappier, responsive and dependable. Tested both for gaming and they both played well. However, the M31, like I said before, got a lot hotter and you could notice the lag. The Poco X2 has a liquid cooled technology, keeping the phone more stable. The Poco X2 easily beats the M31 in the performance department. Both phones are running the Android 10 with their own skins. MIUI 11 on Poco X2 and the One UI on Samsung. Both have tons of features, face unlock, app lock, one hand mode and lot more. Here it comes down to choice. Some prefer the MIUI. Personally, I'm an MIUI person. It feels a lot lighter and not cartoony like the Samsung's UI. Again, this is my choice. Yours might differ. Coming to the battery, the Poco X2 has a 4500 mAh battery while the M31 has a huge 6000 mAh battery. Clearly M30 will last longer, especially with an AMOLED display, and it does too. But on the flip side, only 15-watt charger in the box, which takes over 2 hours to fully charge. While the Poco X2 comes with a 27-watt charger and it charges the phone in 1 hour. So no one really wins here. One has higher battery capacity, the other one has faster charging. Finally, coming to the cameras. Both have quad cameras on the rear, 64 megapixel primary sensors on both. Day pictures on both are quite good, but the Poco X2 has an edge over Samsung. The sky color and the exposure is a lot better. Indoors too, the Poco did a better job when it came to more accurate colors. Samsung felt a little washed out. Night mode is tricky. You need to have really steady hands to capture clear images. Here too, the Poco did a better job. Front camera, the Poco has a 20 megapixel plus 2 megapixel depth sensor, while the M31 has a single 32 megapixel sensor. Noticeably, the pictures on the Poco were far better. True example that more megapixels makes better images is false. I don't need to say much, but the camera on the Poco X2 is clearly a winner in comparison. Now this must be the stupidest thing to compare, but it's worth talking. The packaging. I know most of you are thinking once you open it, it doesn't matter. I respectfully disagree. When you're unboxing your new phone, that moment is the key when you fall in love with it. The packaging tells you how premium, average or bad the phone is going to be. The Poco X2 totally nails it here. The packaging, the box quality is miles better than the M31. Also, the Poco X2 comes with a silicone cover included in the box, which the M31 doesn't. Packaging makes a huge difference. Isn't that why we like to watch unboxing videos? So here are my final thoughts. Samsung goes back a very long time in comparison with Xiaomi's Poco. Anyone who is a Samsung user or fan will buy the M31 irrespective of other option being better. Like they're so used to a certain experience. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the M31 is bad. It's a good phone for the price. But if you can get more and better for the same price with the Poco X2, I think it's time to adapt to that change. And trust me, you won't regret it. Also, if you're a hardcore gamer on a budget, then the Poco X2 will be by far a better option. Especially with the 120Hz display, just that itself is enough to choose the Poco X2 over the M31. The Poco X2 is selling for 15,999 with 6GB RAM and 64GB storage. I suggest you get the 128GB variant, which is available for 16,999. And trust me, 1000 rupees extra will be worth it. I'll leave the links for both the phones in the description. If you'd like to buy one, do check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. More comparison videos coming soon, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, cheers.